Hi, Shai.
Was that Layla?
Yo.
It's been a minute. You good?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm chilling.
Good. We'll start with Steve McGee, News 9.
Good morning, Shai. Sam has had a great track record when it comes to making moves. What are your thoughts on the future of this team?
Yeah, like you said, Sam does have a great track record and knows what he's doing. And I think myself and the rest of the guys and the rest of the world have seen so many guys on this team develop all year long. And I can go down the list to myself, to Poku, to Teo, to Moses, to Bays, to Lou, to Ty. We see guys step up and really get better at their craft all year long. And I think I said this at the beginning of the year, that's one of the biggest things that we try to focus on as a team. Developing, trying to get better every day. And wherever that takes us, we'll be satisfied because we know we did all we can do.
Thank you.
Nick Gallo, Thunder Broadcasting.
Shai, just as a leader, as you look back at these past 6 months and all the things that you all had to go through, from the testing and lack of practice and shoot-arounds and all that stuff, just what stands out to you about the way the group carried itself and the way you all handled this day-to-day?
Yeah, I think that just speaks to the character of guys we got in our locker room and in our building. High-character guys, do whatever it takes, do the right things. Coach said at the beginning of the year, the leader is the guy doing the right thing in the moment. It's not the best player. It's not the oldest guy in the room. Like I said, we got a team full of leaders and guys that do the right thing day in and day out. Guys with great attitudes. And I ultimately think we have guys that are grateful to be here. Obviously, we're in a great position being in the NBA. And that's the main culprit as to why we behave and act and do things we do.
Joe Masato, the Oklahoman.
Yeah, Shai, how does the foot feel now, and what's sort of the recovery process for you moving forward?
Yeah, foot's progressing. I feel a lot better than I did a month ago, 2 months ago. I feel like I'm getting better every day. So I'm satisfied with that.
Do you plan to play for Team Canada this summer if you're healthy?
Yeah, if I'm 100% healthy, yes, I do. But I guess that's the figuring out part I got to do. Get 100% healthy first and foremost before I do that. So it's not a no, it's not a yes. Me and my people still got to figure out timelines for when I'm there. And then from there, we'll figure out.
Cliff Brunt, Associated Press.
Yeah, Shai, how exciting is it for you as a primary scorer to watch Lou? You know, he averaged 24 points a game in April. What was it like watching that develop, and how excited are you to work with him given his growth this season?
Yeah, me and Lou are super close, like brothers. So I know what he's capable of. And me being out and not being able to be on the floor with him for that period of time, I just tried to help him in any way I could. And you guys saw what he did with it. Obviously a really good player, super hard worker, super high character guy. And we always say when you have those things, life works out for you. And you guys saw that for Lou this year. He got better in so many areas. And he deserves it and he works for it.
Thank you.
Barry Trammell, the Oklahoman.
Yeah, Shai, you played on a playoff team as a rookie, then a playoff team last year. This year, you guys were pretty competitive until you got hurt, but the last 2 months were pretty rough. Do you buy into any of the theories or concerns that extensive losing can be detrimental to a guy's development, either mentally or emotionally or any of those things?
I didn't feel that way personally. Obviously, nobody wants to lose. Everyone hates losing. And I wouldn't say the last, month and a half or a couple months was the most fun I've had playing basketball. But it is what it is. Life's about ups and downs. Season's about ups and downs. And through it all, you got to have core values and things that you stick by. And I think as a team, we have those. And I think that's what allowed us to keep a positive mindset throughout the losing or whatever it was. And I can honestly say myself and the rest of my teammates got better throughout the whole situation. And all the losing, whatever it was, made us stronger in that end. So I can't complain.
Andrew Schlecht, down to done.
Your rate of improvement has been just tremendous over really since we've been able to watch you from Kentucky to the Clippers and then the first 2 years with the Thunder. What's next? Like what you improve your 3-point shooting off the bounce tremendously this year. You improve your finishing. Like what's in your mind? What is next for you?
Always continue to get stronger. Try to get more athletic, faster, conditioning wise. Really just work on my body. And then in terms of skills, just getting better the same way I did. You can always improve. I don't shoot 100% from the field. I don't shoot 100% from the free throw line. And I certainly don't shoot 100% from three. So I got a lot of improvement I need to do. And I'll continue to do so.
Paris Lawson, OKCThunder.com.
Yeah, Shai, kind of along those same lines, we know how hard you work to improve every year. You told us how hard you worked coming into this season to be able to take on that higher responsibility offensively, whether it's finishing at the rim or shooting. Is there anything in particular that you're most proud of that's kind of seeing your work pay off on the floor?
Yeah, what I'm most proud of, I don't know if this is more about like me and my work, but I think the amount of fun myself and my teammates had throughout the whole season from start to finish. And obviously our groups change around the deadline and stuff like that. We kind of had some new guys come in and come out. But yeah, it was super fun no matter what. And all the guys that I was around this year, it was super fun. Even some of the 10 days and things like that, guys meshed really well and we had a blast. And I think that's the thing I'm most proud of. Obviously in the NBA, it's a business and guys come and go a lot. And it's hard to find that. And I think I found that this year and it was something that I'm proud of.
Daniel Bell, Black Sports Online.
Hey, Shai, was it tough at times as the leader of the team to not be on the court and be able to lead by example?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always harder to tell Lou to pick up full court when I'm not out there doing it myself. It's always harder to tell somebody, to block a 300-pound guy out when I can't do it myself. But guys respect me around the locker room, and I respect them. We have a really good relationship. So it wasn't necessarily hard, but it's always easier when you're on the court with them and can do it an example. But yeah, the guys were great and made it really easy for me to help on the sidelines, not playing.
Back to Joe Masato.
Yeah, Shai, Al was saying that, his decision to sit out was at least partially related to your injury as far as the timing of it. Just how do you think Al and the team sort of handled his situation, which was pretty unique, and what conversations have you had with him moving forward, given that, his future is pretty uncertain at this point of where he's going to play next season?
Yeah, as far as our situation, I can't really speak too much about it. We haven't really had too many conversations about his whole situation. But Al Horford, obviously A1 character guy, was the vet in the locker room, obviously, this year. He's not the always the loudest in the room, but when he speaks, you listen. And handled himself really good this year. Obviously, it was big for, I'm going to say the young guys overall. 90% of us this year were young. He was big for our growth and our development. And as far as his future, any team would be lucky to have a guy like Al Horford on their team, and not only for what he can do on the court, but off the court as well.
I just have a couple more that are unrelated, but just I know the lottery is pretty far off, but that's going to be, a a big night for the organization. Depending on what happens, like how much are you going to pay attention to that, or like look who's on the board, or stuff like that when you try to project who some of your new teammates might be?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the whole draft for sure. I do every year. Even when I wasn't in the NBA, just to see, like, it's always fun seeing guys, family reaction and stuff like that. Obviously, it's a great moment. It'll be fun to watch. But yeah, I'll be tuned in, I'll be locked in, and I'll be excited for all the guys that get drafted, not only the guys that get drafted by the Thunder.
And then just last one from me. Your brother announced that he's transferring to NEO, and I just was curious what that's like for you to have him a little bit closer to home, and just about your guys' relationship.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. I'll have to keep him away a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Don't spoil him too much. But yeah, that's my brother. We're super close. And having a little bit closer will be fun.
What's your scouting report on his game?
He does everything I do, but way better.
Thanks, Shai.
Back to Andrew Schlecht.
I wondered if you had any first memories of meeting Alexei Pokashevsky, and then if you could just talk about the progress that he's made this season and kind of what you see from him on the court.
First impression, he was just quiet at first. Obviously, super tall. We got out there, we played pickup. He doesn't look like he moves as well as he does, but he does move really well for his size. That kind of surprised me, got me off guard. But has great feel for the game. Obviously, you guys know, you guys have seen it all year. But Poke was another guy on this team that has, obviously it wasn't easy, ups and downs from start to finish, but through it all got better. And I'm excited for his future.
Thank you, Shai. Have a good day.
You too.